kids. This is the American Academy of Pediatrics model of resilience. This is my model, but it is, for those of you who might be psychologists, it's masterfully stolen from the youth development movement and just tweaked to that. Confidence. The first thing we need is confidence. Where do you get confidence from? It was one of the words that you guys said, self-esteem. But we knew how to give self-esteem to kids. We've known for like 20 years. That's why we had self-esteem curricula in schools. And what did they look like? The first day of kindergarten, you would draw a butterfly. And when you put something on the paper like blue, the teacher was instructed to go, "You're so good at blue." And you had red. And then they would put up the butterflies on the walls. And the lesson of the day was, each of you, you're as special as a butterfly. Lesson 2, you would be given white pieces of paper, and it would be, you would cut it into snowflakes, and the snowflakes would go up on the wall. What was the lesson for the day? You're each unique. So we raised a generation of kids to believe that they were special as a butterfly and unique as a snowflake. And they didn't in soccer. Any soccer mom dads in here? Yeah, so what happens in soccer? Someone gets injured, they don't get up anymore until you applaud. You have to applaud. Okay, it's true. All right? So what happened to these kids who were raised with self-esteem? What happened is the highest levels of anxiety and depression we've ever seen when they hit college. We've never seen anything like it. Why? Do you ever have those moments where you just don't feel special as a butterfly? You have those moments? Right? And when you have those moments, you just don't know how to prepare it. Real confidence comes from confidence. Real self-esteem comes from knowing that you are well. Confidence is undermined every time an adult goes to a child and says, "Here, let me do this for you." Transmitting the message clearly, "I don't think you're capable of doing this on your own." All right? So real confidence is about building skills and not undermining them. Next is connection. We talked about that thoroughly. But so far, what you've got is a gang member. A gang member is highly confident, incredibly confident, and deeply connected. Character. Character is what moves you to the next space. Character is what allows you to understand what is right and wrong. Teaching values is important. This is also where grit and tenacity comes in. Next, contribution. You know, this is the tikkun olam, the commitment to repairing the world. Why? Because the ultimate act of resilience is when you turn to another human being and you say, "Sister, give me a hand." Those are the people who make it. Those are the people who survive. That is why women are more likely to survive tragedy than men. All right? Because women are wired to connect. Fight, flight, connect. Men are only fight, flight. We can do better with our boys. I'm a total connector. All my friends are connectors. We just have to raise them to be connectors. But how do you teach someone to connect without shame or stigma? The way you teach someone to connect without shame or stigma is to have them the experience of contribution. When you give, when you serve humanity, what you learn is that you receive thank yous. And it is amazing how reinforcing it is, how good it is to feel that someone appreciates you. And what that means is that when later someone needs you, or you need someone, you can take without shame. But it's more than that. As your sweet little darlings become teenagers, they will suddenly be receiving messages from everybody that they're selfish, not good enough, self-centered. If you come from an oppressed racial minority group, the messages that your children will receive about being less than and incapable are poisonous and pervasive. The other reason that we have kids need to be able to go out and serve in the community is so that they will be surrounded by thank yous, not condemnation. Condemnation destroys kids. Kids need to know that they matter. When they're out there doing good things, they learn that they matter. Coping. We're going to be talking about this for half an hour. It's going to sound like that's a teen talk, but I swear for those of you with younger kids, if you can teach your kids how to cope in a positive way, that's drug prevention, that's eating disorder prevention. Everything we fear is about kids trying to feel better in the short run. Everything we fear. Drugs have been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You don't want kids to do it? Give them other ways of escape. There's lots of them. We can teach kids. And finally, control. You either believe that you have control over your universe, or you believe things happen to you. If you choose to raise your kids with the old-style parenting method, which is, you'll do what I say. Why? Because I said so. Kids feel small. When you hit a kid, kids feel belittled. when you raise a kid to say, of course my goal is to give you more responsibility, my goal is to have you grow, of course that's my goal. All you need to do is demonstrate responsibility, then they understand that it's on them. All right, the book Letting Go out there is primarily